just smears or spinach in them. There's spaghetti models and empty rum bottles, and sometimes Louis says hi. Hey, Louis! But you don't get no hurries and don't have no worries, cause we're drunk donkey nationwide. Everybody now, Mike's weather page. You know he'll be checking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Did I ever tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman.
Hey, good morning, everybody. What's cooking? I just had to make some coffee. Ooh, look at, man, I'm really zoomed out. Got my Allman Brothers shirt on. Going camping. I'll tell you the story about that. Let me fix my, see my little prop where we joked about the prop last week? I got to get a new prop for the Tom and Dan show because I don't have a framed picture. I have a, let's see, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Now I look professional, man. Look at that. That's the power of TV. So, hey, we got a bunch of good mornings. We're going to go live. See everybody. Yep, coffee. Cheers to coffee. Long, hot weekend. I hear one puppy whining. So, hey, Katie, what's up? Hey, Louie, come here, buddy. So, yeah, Conehead. So, good morning, Ashley. What's going on? There was music, Catherine. Yeah, that was our one. Oh, here comes Louie. Let's say hi to Louie. Come here, buddy. The girls are getting ready to go. We're going camping for a couple of days. Louie came by to say hi, so let's say hi to Louie. So I was at a softball tournament this weekend, and holy cow, man, we're becoming famous. We've met a lot of fans. Louie's walking around, and I had 2 or 3 different people say, hey, is that Hurricane Louie? So you're famous, buddy. What do you think about that? He was a hit, man. He's a good boy. All right, so we're going to talk weather, of course. Hey, Tammy. What's up there, Jim? I see a bunch of supporters. What's up, Ginger? Marianne, where's your sister at? I grew up watching Gilligan. I love Gilligan's Island. So, all right, let's talk about the weather a little bit. So, we went camping this weekend, or going camping this weekend. Last weekend we were at a softball tournament, and I stopped by the one and only ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Here, check this out. So this is what I bought. The guy talked me into this stuff, man. Look at this. So I'm taking it out of the duffel bag to put it into the camper. But walking stick. Good stuff, man. Smooth Kentucky bourbon. And I also picked up some Tampa Bay Brewing Company Elephant IPA. Because they might be making a beer labeled Mike's Weather Page. Stay tuned for that. Available at your local ABCs across the state of Florida. So thanks to ABC for that, and Tampa Bay Brewing Company. Hopefully that comes together. It'll be fun. All right, so here's the weather. I'll try to say highs. Here's the current look at the weather, by the way. So we got a couple spots to watch. This, you know, we talked about this last week. We were showing this a lot, and they did circle the areas. So that was cool. We kind of look ahead. We like to look ahead here at Mike's Weather Page. We're wrong 50% of the time. And we're right 50%. But hey, even this weekend, the storms were exactly like we talked about because of the high pressure. We had popcorn storms that popped up around us, and I could see them. We had a big one on Dunedin the other night. We had a couple of them in Lakeland a couple days ago. But they'd start, they'd do their thing, thunder, lightning, rain, and then they'd gone instantly, dried up, like magic. So anyway, here's the two wave. We got a wave down here, 10%. That's that wave we were watching come off of Africa last week. It kind of survived. It just never had a chance to get any spinach. This is going to be that old front. This one's getting a little more love from the Euro. This is that old front we talked about, midweek front, which we're kind of watching right now. Let's see where that front's at. So we go right here. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Here's Wednesday. So end of June, early July, that's been a topic for several posts. Here's that little low popping off of this dead front. So it's going to come over the water. It's going to have a brief little window to spin up. Dolly 2.0. It's Dolly's second blob. So we'll see. But it should go off northeast harmlessly. Maybe Newfoundland, maybe Nova Scotia as a rainmaker, but no big hurricane forecast. So that's that. So we'll show you some models. Let's look at that one more time. Here's the current IR satellite. Here's that wave. Just a big old juicy mess. There's a lot of shear ahead. You can see that here on satellite. This time of year, a lot of Caribbean shear, west to east, upper level winds, and you can see them scooting right across the Lesser Antilles and Virgin Islands here. So that this high wind will meet invest. Oh, it's not an invest. I think we do have an invest on the other one. No, it is an invest, but I didn't update the website. I'm slacking. It didn't seem that exciting. But there you go, Invest 96. Well, it did lower a little bit though. But these aren't real models. These are your initial tab suite. So it hasn't really yet had any serious model runs. So I don't usually post them until we get all the model runs. I don't even know if Tropical Tidbits has them up there yet. Let's see. There's two. UK. So yeah, very little love. 10% from the NHC. So anyway, all right, there's that. What's up, guys? Bill, good morning. Jackson. The dust. Let's talk about the dust. What's up, Paulette Stern? How's it going? Hey, Karen. Kelsey. Thanks for supporting the page. Just kind of reading comments here. We're going to be really low-key today. Pushing systems on the news this morning, Aaron. Yeah, well, here's what we talk about the future. So here's the dust. Let's look at the dust map. The current dust map here. Let's look at, what's a good video? This is a good one right here. I kind of like this one. This is the My Fox Hurricane. So we're in a little, we talked about this little weak spot right here before the next plume. The next plume of dust is coming. Still heavy. This is Sunday though. They don't update this map very often. So let's that was a look ahead. Let me just look at our trusty original dust map. Let this one load. Hey V, it's a good question. I don't know where all the dust goes. A lot of it does fall on the ground because people send me pictures a lot showing the dust, on things. So it does eventually fall. A lot of it gets trapped into upper atmosphere and just, I don't know. And where it goes back to Africa. It goes somewhere over the ocean. I'm sure it just falls into the ocean. There was a lot of chatter a couple years ago when the Atlantic was cooler than normal, and there was a lot of sow outbreaks, and they contributed that because it lessens the sunlight a little bit, which ultimately helps cool or slow down the warming of the ocean. So there's that one. The great map that was added on my paid site here, we can take a look at. They added it on the Weather Models website. We can take a look at this. This is from NASA. So here's a current look at the dust. So we're actually, coming home from Tampa last night. I posted it. Man, it was thick coming home last night. High pressure. Let's talk about high pressure too there, Jason. Good point. So we got a little bit to talk about weather. I'll try to get it all. So hey, bear with me. So this dust we watched get entrained in our high pressure. So we have high pressure over to Florida right now. It's just sitting there. Nothing, no big front or anything's coming to push it back over the Atlantic. That's what's creating all this hot, hazy, few storms popping up, but generally dry for most. But that dust got sucked up in here and it was spinning, and there's still some hanging over Florida right now. That's why it was really dusty last night. Here's that next plume. This is that little. It's a little light right now. This is where our wave's at right now, nearing the Lesser Antilles. That was why we talked about this brief possibility. That's why it's colored by the NHC. Tropical waves you always watch, but there's definitely upper level shear. They call it the Caribbean graveyard early in the season. But so there we go. It looks like a big old snake coming. This is midweek. So there's a little bit more coming from the southeast here midweek. But then we have a little break. So the third, This is going into the weekend. Here's second, third, fourth. So by the weekend, things should really be back to normal. And here's a possibility. But see, it's nothing like it was. So really, there's really no huge outbreak coming again for a little bit. They can change, but the heavy stuff is still right now lingering. See that? This is right now, but it's eventually going to weed out. We're going to have a little bit more upper Gulf a couple days. This is July 2nd. So there's that. So dust is off the map. We're done talking about dust. High pressure right now, big H over Florida. Big high pressure down, controlling the weather for the next 3 days. I showed this last night, a picture, but it's really cool to see the high pressure on the wind maps. So, hey, what's up, Kevin? Cheers from Merritt Island. Locust. Yeah, I'm not a good grasshopper. What is a locust? I don't even know what the hell a locust is. Locust. I know what a low-cut dress is. There it is. Locusts are a collection of certain species. They're short-horned grasshoppers. So, Louis snoring, by the way. So this is a big part of Africa. So locusts and Africa. There was big news about it. You can learn about it. Locusts are swarming in record numbers in 2020. Only because it's 2020. Biblical scope. Look at that. Locusts are a plague of biblical scope. So there's some people saying it could affect weather. I don't know. There's a lot of grasshoppers. They're in quarantine, and you know what people do in quarantine? These grasshoppers, they like to make babies. Hey, what's up, Damien? Thanks for that. Working offshore, appreciate that. Hopefully the site's good use. I got a lot of info on here. Sometimes I don't even remember everything I have on here. So here's storms real quick. We'll talk about next week's weather. So today's storm outlook pretty quiet. Good news, right? Day 2, we could have a little activity back here again. See, we still have high pressure spinning. Oh, I was going to show the wind map. But this is tomorrow's storm map. So we get, thunderstorm chances higher a little bit up here. Nothing really organized. So same thing day 3. So as high pressure spins down over Florida, going to bring instability to the north, which will aid in thunderstorm activity. Here's that high pressure. It's always cool to look at. 700 millibar. This is your middle level winds. This is a great site. earth.nullschool.net. Look at that. Clockwise flow here of high pressure. A high pressure dome. And what's interesting, if we go to the 200 millibar, which is your jet stream, check this out. Look at these big winds, man. Holy cow. Those are like super duper fast upper level winds. These are your shear winds. These are ones that are going to tear apart Invest 96 if it were to form. So at this point, Invest 96 is just a blob of clouds and rains. They're going to be nearing the islands. We shared a video from Trinidad last week. They got hit hard with one of these waves. So not discounting it or anything. Could be thunderstormish. But as far as development goes with these upper level winds, even though it's going to have light dust, it's got a positive MJO. It needs a lot of things, and right now shear will help prevent it. So, all right, so let's talk about off the coast real quick. Let's go to tropical tidbits, and then we'll talk about next week. So next weekend there's a little bit of weather we're going to watch. So we'll just do it all on tropical tidbits. We'll do 2 for 1. Today is BOGO talk about everything at once day. So looking at our buddy GFS tropical tidbits. So let's go midweek. All right, so midweek, you start to see this little area here. Nothing really showing. Here's our little wave. Nothing really showing. Wave's going to kind of come across. So they could be hanging around a little bit through the eye. So GFS is nothing. But this is what's next. So we got that frontal action maybe 20%. But this is what's interesting. July 4th. So this little low lingering, I wonder if that's part of that front that's still dead. Let's see here. This is, see, they're showing low here. I don't, yeah, a little bit. It could be the tail of a front. It is. So anyway, all right. So it is kind of part of that front, but this is what we're watching. So the models have been showing showing a little low pressure area setting up over the southeast. At one time, the Euro actually showed it like a land cane. The latest GFS is actually showing a little spinach here. This is Saturday. There's Sunday. This is Saturday, Sunday. And look at that. You know, pulls on out. Look at that. But it could develop. I'm telling you. We always look ahead of what's next. This is getting a little bit more model support. See, the other stuff didn't really have model support. The other stuff, the tropical wave entering the Atlantic or entering the Caribbean, I talked about it as just a spot to watch because of the wave, lighter dust. It was a spot to watch. This one's and it never really had model support. This one's got a little more model support. This is over the weekend, so we could have another little setup here. Now, the only thing impacting this little guy is weekend rains for the southeast possible, and that would be a bummer for many people. So GFS showing this, let's see, rewind. So let's go into, this is Friday, but we get this tail that front's just lingering this weekend, Friday, and then Saturday, wherever this thing decides to set up, and then it goes on out of here. So I mean that's consistent with the Euro. This is the GFS. This is the latest 6Z run. It's going to bounce around a little bit. Here's overnight. See, this is more what the Euro was thinking. This was overnight GFS, a little more over land, but there's Saturday, Sunday. So I posted it last night. These are this morning runs, but if you got weekend plans here along the southeast, you got to pay attention. Could have a little tropical low try to form over land. This has been the year of land canes. Here's last night's run. Here's Sunday. It's coastal spinach, but nothing big development. But it could be the next thing people are chatting about. It will be the next thing people chat about. Not it could be. It will be. It will be Lee. All right. So here's a great shot on the Euro showing that. So here's that front. Friday, the vorticity here kind of shows it. And, little window there. Little spinach right here. This is Sunday. Southeast tropics. And it doesn't look like it'll be any other impacts and rains as it tries to get going. Interesting, right? Look at that. And then it kind of dies off. But, so that's what's, let's see what the CMC shows. Generally the same thing, just kind of broad low, a little bit down here. So it's not doing too much with it, but overnight I think it did a little more. So anyway, that's what's next. Hey Whitney, what's up, buddy? Betty, hey, good. I'll take a look at that. Locust. We got aliens, Bill. Oh, I got to rewind. I'm not looking at live comments. So yeah, I got a Facebook warning too. Loretta Reed, first time ever. It's crazy. I'm afraid to say anything. So here's the CMC, July 5th. So, All right, so let's go look at, did they update this map? Nope, they didn't. Okay, so there's still no storms today. All right, so let's look at some long-range Euro ensemble stuff. So yeah, listen, don't cancel any plans yet, guys. But it is a pattern. It looks very possible. This lingering low off of the southeast coast here. And this map is kind of confusing because it's showing both setups. So we're getting a lot of spaghetti here on the East Coast. The first one's from the initial little front we're seeing midweek, but it's just not showing very much excitement at all. But then if we go to the weekend, we're getting more. So this, double shot of something off the coast. The only thing about the weekend is the low is going to set up more over Florida, southeast, and then have a chance for development. But see, look at this. Here's the open Atlantic. Really nothing. Even 15 days out, a couple waves. So I'm not seeing anything yet to worry about. When we talked about that wave last week, it never was like a worry factor. It was more like a, hey, it's there factor. And we got a crayon out of it, man. Every time we get a crayon. So, all right, let's go back here to the Atlantic. All right, so here's all kinds of stuff happening here. So here's our initial thinking of something. I mean, the Euro really thinks we can have something. This is the first little area. The second little area, no, not really. Well, that's a combination. I gotta pull it up here. So yeah, then it comes back. So this is tropical. These are tropical storm formation percentages. So again, whatever happens down here won't get organized as far as tropical goes until it's over the Gulf Stream. But again, weekend rains, unfortunately, are possible ahead. Not good. Sorry. If you had weekend plans. I'm sorry. Oh. All right. Hey, so by the way, the last live I did, my Chrome crashed, which crashed my computer. I've never had a computer crash in forever. So here's this. All right. So this is even getting supported now by NOAA here. So there's our little low pressure. So this is next Saturday. Saturday into Sunday. They're showing that little low. So unfortunately, look at the rains. This is Saturday. So this is making sense right here. What's up? All right. Hey, Cindy. Let's see. Development. I don't see anything yet. There's a lot of these models get tricked in thinking we're going to get development. We originally were watching an area down here, but there's just so much shear. GFS was showing an area. Louie, stop it. Louie scratching. GFS was showing an area here that was going to get pulled up, but I'm just not seeing enough of that right now to talk about it. So there's that, but there's increased chances here. So that's what's coming. Our regular high pressure is moving on out. So by Wednesday, things should be back a little bit more juicy here across the southeast. Unfortunately, the high is still lingering over us on Wednesday down in the south, but eventually it clears on out by Thursday, and just back to maybe a little more increased rain chances Thursday. Oh, yeah, here's the other one. Julie just brought me Hunter. He's with the girls. So here's Hunter. Let's say hi to Hunter real quick. We're making him internet famous. I don't know if he's got any bigger yet. Have you got any bigger yet, buddy? Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Hi, guys. My name's Hunter. I'm the little guy. I'm Louie 2.0. He's so tired. So he's a good boy. He had a great week. We actually took him to a hotel. He could fit in the palm of your hand. Look at that. He's like, I like it. Coochie coo. So there's Hunter, everybody. The second official dog of Mike's Weather Page, right? So Tampa Bay Brewing Company, David and them were talking about maybe doing a seasonal beer, even a couple of beers. It'd be cool to have a Hurricane Hunter beer. And he could be the new Spuds McKenzie. I'm trying to make our dogs the new Spuds McKenzies of the world. So maybe that would be cool for the Tampa Bay Brewing Company to have the coolest dogs on the planet. Right? We could do appearances. What do you think? I like it. All right, so there's that. All right, so we did good. We talked about the weather. Weather, right? I can't think of anything else. I'm glad I'm taking a couple days. I can do Facebook Live. How did you guys see this? This was funny. This was my daughter yesterday. I don't know if you saw it or not, but it was kind of comical. She was running home. I think she ran from first. That was the fourth game yesterday. And her feet, she just couldn't take it no more. That's how we all felt. We were like rubber legs. But man, she's on fire, man. She hit one off the fence. She's going to hit her first homer soon. We got some rain up here in Kentucky. Kentucky Headhunters. I used to listen to them. Look at that. We got flash flood warnings in Kentucky right now. Interesting. I don't know if we have many fans from Kentucky. The Kentucky Hillbillies, or what's the one song? Hey, something else. But, all right. So there's that. Hey, and by the way, Sheila Ross, I got your email, and I appreciate that graphic. So that's a great idea. I'll schedule post it. All right, so we got rain in Kentucky. All right, so that's it. We got, let's take a look at temperatures just for fun. Because our high pressure is retreating, things are going to get back a little normal again. Here's some rain outlook. This is great on the GFS map. But so, next couple of days, just really nothing organized. We talked about midweek as this front. This is that little low area. This is the beginning of what could be tropical. This is the spot from the NHC. This is a little bit of low coming off of that front, and this starts setting up on Wednesday. So Carolina rains a little bit more chances midweek here as that low gets juiced up. And then more energy dips south from that same front, and Friday, there you can start to see it. A little spinach, little low, and then it really tries to get a shot going. So that'll be what to watch. Unfortunately for, the timing could be a little slower. This is Sunday now, so Saturday is a better day, the 4th. That's the good news. So this thing might not really get going until Sunday. Just all depends where it gets set up at. But we were going to look at temperatures real quick. So let's see. Let's see what we got. So today we're back. Anything white's 90s, middle 90s. So just kind of look at white. White's miserable. Anything white is hell. Tomorrow, hell. So middle 90s again. And then Wednesday, see a little bit of cooling off here. A little bit. Still hot up here though. Oof. Upper 90s stretching all the way up to close to Tennessee now. Thursday, this is when that front kind of drips south. But no, this is going to be hot all week. Look at this, 104 all the way up into Arkansas. Look at that. Man, Arkansas, hundreds. Right along Mississippi Valley here. Look at that, 103. And then Friday. So, but hey, you know what? What's the point of even looking? It's just going to be hot. And here's the rain. Obviously, expecting rain here. That's why the high temps are lower. Hey, it's just going to be hot at summertime, right? What's the point of showing weather maps? Hey, Katie. Hot. What's up, Dale? I saw your baseball videos up there in Gatlinburg. Hanging out at the moonshine places. So there you go. All right, let me see what you guys are saying, then we'll roll. Hey, Ruth, what's up? 108? It's hot. Yeah, storms, this time of year. I mean, let's look at some short range. Let's look. I like it. I like looking at short range models. And I did a Facebook Live yesterday, and a couple of y'all said I looked bad. I don't understand it. I didn't think I looked bad. I was hot. Maybe I was dehydrated. I don't know. But I felt good. Other than 3 hours sleep the night before. Hey, Patrick from Lafayette, Louisiana. All right, so let's look at some rain maps. So this is today. This is nothing today. Look at that. All right, so tonight, 4 o'clock, let's look at this. This is when everything fires up. So a couple little random showers in the morning, but basically, boom, 4 or 5 o'clock, we got a little popcorn storms across the upper Gulf, across Florida. But see how they don't move much? Well, they do a little bit up here. They are flowing a little bit more. Not much though. These little guys can spawn little tornadoes, and we had a tornado a couple of places the last couple of days, Alabama and Florida, but so they're not going to do much. They pop up quick and then they die real quick. So that's popcorn storm kind of day. Get your butter. Popcorn video YouTube. And I try to do a TikTok. Look at that. We'll watch popcorn pop in while I read what you guys are saying. All right, so, hey Julio, I don't know how that affects things. I thought, I don't know. I look tired, Don. Oh, maybe I was. That was after we went to Sonny's. I had pulled brisket. Here's your weather report today. Popcorn storms. Anyway, 8 tornadoes last week. Yeah, Whitney, I saw your little post there. That bummed me out, man. We did have all those tornadoes. I posted that picture. We went back and looked. It was frustrating. Frustrating to get tornado warnings with no watch. There's definitely a protocol they must follow, obviously, when there's a threat for multiple tornadoes. Maybe not just a random tornado, but when you have 8 tornadoes, one makes you wonder, one makes you think, or wonder makes you wonder. Hey Jenna, St. Mark's, where the heck's that at? All right, keeping up with tradition. We have to do our normal geography lesson. Shell Point Beach. All right. And we widen out. I know where it's at. I just want to widen out so we can see where it's at. So there we go. Well, I don't know. Could be a little rainy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something to watch. Unfortunately, could be wet. Could be. But I mean, if it was me, I'd just be watching close, that's all. It's too early to know for sure. So, hey Carrie, when's it going to rain in Florida? Well, it's going to rain somewhere today. Just the overall coverage, very, very spotty. Very spotty rains today. Very little. Let's see. Let's go to official rain, 24-hour rains. So let's see. So there's your best coverage for rains today. This is today's rains. These are just normal. Look at that. Anything yellow is 1 inch. So, light green is like trace of rain. So there's your coverage today. Tomorrow's rains are even less. Look at that. Tuesday to Wednesday, almost Zippo. High pressure rules the roost. There's Wednesday rains or Tuesday rains for Florida. Wednesday rains, even less rain. So rain chances come back this side. So here's the beginning of Jenna's nightmare. Thursday, rains start to creep in. This is that front that gets draped south a little bit. And then there is Friday rains, Saturday rains, Sunday rains. So, could be a wet weekend. Bummer. All right, somebody wants to see a quick shower yet? Shelly, got your name right. So, all right, beer can chicken. That sounds good. Aaron, boat ramps closed. Yep, beaches are closed. So, all right. Well, cool beans. I stayed home to do a little live. We were going to go camp last night, but everybody was tired, and I wanted to do a live. So we probably won't do one tomorrow unless we have something pop up. So there's nothing to worry about on the horizon. Just really wave entering the Lesser Antilles couple days and possible southeast trouble this weekend. Look at this little guy up here. Holy cow. What is that? I usually don't look up north, but that's a pretty good little system. Big weather going on. In fact, I thought I saw that yesterday. They had tornado watches up that way. They had tornadoes north. A lot of weather going on up there. A little low pressure, obviously. But I wanted to look at the Atlantic here. We can take a look at the waves here on Weather Nerds. And there's our wave right here. Big sloppy mess. There it is. This little guy behind it's kind of juicy. But, yeah, it's normal this time of year. Just, again, lots of upper level winds up ahead. You can see the storms up here. These are upper level. Look at that. So, these guys are going west. These guys are going east. They're going to clash. And, so even the lower level maps, there's really no sign of any circulation. So, anyway, let's see. That's it. Oh, Julie just started her car. All right, looks good. John, you're driving to Southwest Florida from Michigan on Saturday. From Michigan, Tucson from Michigan. Yeah, you're gonna be going through rain, lower southeast for sure. So anyway, all right, cool beans. All right, well, I'm gonna upload this up to YouTube and keep an eye on things. All right, we'll I'll see if there's any comments I missed. So anyway, all right, well, cool. Have a great Monday. Thanks for everything. Thanks to all the supporters out there. Love you guys and girls. And we'll see what Southeast, the next thing everybody starts talking about is going to be the Southeast this weekend for sure. So you heard it here first. First. All right, be good. Thanks. Bye.